Hello everyone and welcome to DIRTBAG Minimal. I'm doing some new branding, so let me know what you think. I'm back. My name is Karina and I'm a half Finn, half American living here in the States, but just got back from living in Finland. I build tiny houses and I'm currently working on my third tiny house. So I don't know if you're new here or if you've been around. I've posted some videos of my two other builds. The first tiny house was a 10-foot wide by 24 feet long. It was my first one. I designed and built it from the ground up, and that was an adventure. I lived in that for a year and now I rent it. I built the second tiny house. This one was kind of a sort of put together with scrap material I had, found some free stuff, also bought stuff. I bought a old 1972, I think, camper trailer that had been flattened, as in like the camper part had been taken off and it was gonna be used as for a tiny house, and so super lightweight. I got it super cheap, so I wanted this challenge to build something else, some other tiny house. So this took a lot less time. This is a set about 7.5 feet by 17 feet. So it's basically just one studio room. And I have a whole video of kind of that process. So I was living abroad for about 2.5 years, so I wasn't building. So now I'm back to build because this is what I love to do. And I'm really happy to have all of you on this journey with me. So why tiny? I would say there's 4 big reasons. I could think of a lot more. Well, the first one is probably I just wanted autonomy and sort of independence in having a roof over my head that I built myself. I don't have the funds to buy a whole full house, and so I thought this is a great opportunity to build something. I understand building, and sort of my brain works in a way that I structurally can see things and figure out those things. I've always been that way. I've always liked to make stuff, so why not make a house? I basically YouTubed my way through them. Also asked questions from some people that I knew, had a little guidance along the way in terms of specific problems, but in general it really was a project for me to embark on and learn on the way. Another reason I wanted to build a tiny house is because it's a great way to minimize your impact on the environment. When you live small and compact, not only are you much more aware of the resources you're consuming, but you have to have less. And so it's a combination of learning to live minimally with less, as well as using a lot less resources because you don't have the capacity to, and because of the nature of tiny house living, it usually involves maybe a composting toilet, maybe solar, etc. But in general, also, if you have such a small space, it's going to take less energy to heat. You're using less square footage, and you're just taking up less space in the world. So all those reasons are a huge component. Another reason I wanted to build tiny is because I don't build or operate in maybe the way that normally you might see people who are building. Like I'm not very type A. I'm an artist. I'm kind of chaotic, and I build in this sort of crazy way. And I wanted to show people that was possible. Like, you can learn as you go. You can make mistakes. You have to make mistakes. I've made so many mistakes. I've already started this tiny 3 build, and I've already made so many mistakes. I'm like, I have to build a tiny 4 because I keep learning and keep repeating some of the same mistakes or do new ones. And so that's the only way I'm gonna learn, and that's the way we typically as humans can learn. So to me, failure is not mistakes. Failure is never starting. And I love the mistakes. I love to learn what went wrong. So I just want to show people that you can be messy, you can be chaotic, you don't have to know everything, and you can get it done. That's really the only way. And anybody who shows they're super perfect, they're not telling you the truth. And a big reason as well is this is a male-dominated field around the world, and it's just culturally happened that way, and there's no reason for it. Women, we are just as capable, and I want to show women that this is just as accessible. You might get some pushback. I have from people on the internet and in hardware stores or wherever, and we just got to keep pushing. And I want to empower women to build more and to take their livelihood and independence into their own hand with these things that maybe we aren't taught that we can do, which is ridiculous. So welcome aboard to everyone. So glad you're here, and I can't wait for you to see what I'm creating.